Hey guys, this is KLK22, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you to every last one of you that commented. It's just like it's amazing to know all you guys are out there. It's so positive. It's so nice. I just want to say thank you to all you guys. But we're gonna go into basically the state of it now. Uh, to be honest, it's still not looking amazing, but it's looking better than it was yesterday. Now, let's just go through the states of each mod at the moment. Ridercraft still needs a lot of work, but it's possible. With some changes that it's going to be similar to what it was. You shouldn't notice too much difference. Ruby, if I can pick up some code that I'm looking at and if I can get it to work, you shouldn't notice really any differences in Ruby. If anything, it'll be, well, better. So, Ruby's... I haven't started coding it yet, but Ruby should be fine now. There will be changes, but it, for the most part, should be fine. Custom Sword's still dead. The only way I could fix Custom Sword is if I was willing to code over 1 million JSON files. I'm not willing to code over 1 million JSON files, so currently it's dead, but I've been told a line of code that I need to look into, because basically that line of code will be the line of code to save Custom Sword. But the person I was talking to, he's never used this code. He doesn't know anybody who has used this code, and this is kind of the problems I'm running into with a lot of the stuff. A lot of my code is very unique in the way that I'm using methods in ways that they're not intended to do, to pull off things that are absolutely amazing. For example, people use the code I had to basically code an item so it has 2 modes. And I took the exact same code and made a sword mod that adds over 1 million swords using the same code. Yeah. Most people, if they were going to do the whole custom sword thing, would have coded it in completely a different way. And I coded it the way I did because I didn't have to set up a whole bunch extra code. Laziness! But basically, yeah, I'm going to show you the state of Rider at this point. Bear in mind, I've not set up the JSON files for most of the items, so anything that's the purple and black cube, I just haven't set it up yet. It's not glitched out, it's just the file isn't there for it to work properly yet. But as long as it's an item, it's perfect for test purposes. So let's load up. And by the way, I'm loving this new computer. Yeah, they work on item stands. I need to fix some of the textures, but they work on item stands for the most part. If you face the item stand the opposite way, the head still faces this way, so the head's kind of glitched out. The torso bit, I've still not got that rendering. Sooner or later, I'm going to work that out. So don't fret about that, and it's the same with the belt rendering. But, as you can see, the potion effects are still working, and more importantly, the belt is now updating its texture. Yay! Ish. I've got it so I can add multiple layers now to it, and I can adjust the colour of certain layers. That's it. I can't adjust the texture yet. This is basically the code I've got to look into, which is the same code that would save Custom Sword. So if I can get the belts rendering correctly, and updating the way they used to update. So for example, if you change from the orange lockseed to the banana lockseed, it actually changes the texture, or you cast off for Kobuto, I'll be able to save Custom Sword. And this is the main thing at the moment. If I can do this and finish Ridercraft, Custom Sword and Ruby, I'll have the code to save them. Because the same code as I'm going to use to save the Meta Jalaba is going to be the same code that saves the Crescent Rose. So we're not completely out the woods at this point. It is looking as if there is a way out. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's still miles away. So please leave some of the feedback you did on the last, because you have no idea how much I appreciate it. I just want to go through some of the things that was suggested. Asking for help. I do ask for help, but at the end of the day, I code as if this is a puzzle and I'm trying to solve it. And the bigger the challenge, basically, the higher the reward kind of thing. So the reason I actually mod is for that challenge. So if I go to other people and go, can you fix this for me? I kind of lose part of the charm there. And at the same time, a lot of the time, they don't know anything, because the code I'm doing it's pretty stupid. To be fair, I look back at some of my older code and I've got no idea what I was typing. But it works. A lot of people were saying if I quit, pass it on to somebody else. Don't worry, I'm not going to quit currently. This isn't enough to make me quit. So don't worry about that. And if I was going to quit, I would pass it on, but I don't know anybody that I would pass it on to. People have suggested getting a helper. To be fair, I need a helper, but again, I code in such a weird way, and the challenge is part of the fun that I've never really wanted to. I should get one, but I've never really wanted to. If anybody's actually willing to help me, comment in the comment section below, because I can easily link you to some videos to teach you the basics. And if you know the basics, I can start using you, if that makes any sense. So yeah, because a lot of the times it's the repetitive stuff that gets on my nerves, but if somebody knows all the repetitive stuff, they can just do that whilst I'm trying to do the more complicated stuff. So yeah, this is a bit long, but hopefully I've said everything I need to say. As I said, all of these files are only glitching out because the JSON file isn't there. The only items I'm really worried about currently for O's is getting the belt to render correctly, getting the helmet to render the bit on the torso, and getting the Meta Jalaba and the Meta Gabrincho. Getting that to have the two textures, but at the end of the day, I've seen the code I need to do. I just need to work out how it works and get it working and everything. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this for even a split second, please consider hitting that like button, because that last video is really negative and everybody hit like, so this video's positive, so please hit like as well. Till next time, goodbye.